Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 3, Episode 6, Ariel. I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have Umi.
Hi.
I have Rachel.
Hello.
And Mike. And for some reason, The Walking Dead is still on my TV behind me, so I will change that as we go. Do it on the fly. What do you guys think of last night's episode?
Suck it, we're going to do it live, right?
What did you guys think of last night's episode?
I enjoyed it.
Ariel's hair wasn't red enough for me.
No?
That's what I thought, too.
No, it wasn't red enough.
Okay, look, I, the colorblind person, could tell it was red hair, so that's red enough for me.
It was like an auburn.
Yeah.
Auburn's a bullshit color for a colorblind person.
It was too brown to be red.
It was way too brown.
Auburn's a bullshit color.
So I guess we'll get right into this then.
Yeah.
So we saw Emma at the start learning to control her magic. She's got the evil queen teaching her. Do you think this is a good plan?
No.
No. Someone's getting their ass set on fire.
I don't know.
Someone's getting set on fire.
She obviously has the power to manipulate magic, but I don't know if having the evil queen teacher is a good idea.
Well,
Then
obviously,
again, I mean-
the evil queen's approach is to let out her rage or frustration, use dark magic. So it clearly worked. As soon as she got mad, she lit the fire. So
Yeah, well, let's
I
light
guess
the
it's either
fire.
Regina or Rumple, so...
do you think there's any other way that she can learn to use this magic other than getting
Sure.
upset?
There's plenty of fairies back in Storybrook. She can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Blue could help her.
Yeah.
Maybe even Tinkerbell. Who knows?
Yeah, but they're back in Storybrooke.
Tinkerbell, is it?
I think we're going to see Storybrook again here very, very soon.
Tinkerbell
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have her magic.
She knows how to work it.
She knows how to work it. She knows how to do good magic. Good magic.
Nobody believes in her anymore.
I believe in her. That's all that
I
counts.
believe in her.
I believe! That's it.
Like Cher, we all believe.
Apparently. So, what about Hook and telling Snow White and Prince Charming that Neil was still alive? Did you expect that? Or did you expect him to... We knew that they were going to find out this episode. We knew that going in from last week. So, did you guys think he was going to go tell Charming and Snow, or do you think he was going to say it to Emma?
I didn't see the Charming and Snow thing, to be honest.
I didn't see
Me
it, but it
neither.
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because he doesn't want to tell Emma. So he tells them.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell her.
Well,
So he's not really telling her.
they weren't gonna tell her. Or so it seemed.
Supposed to be a secret, but Snow can't keep her fat mouth shut.
She's just so out there with her. Yeah.
Who said that? I
This
don't like
embodied
Snow. It's
voice.
not that's not a secret for me to be revealing in the Echo Caves. I hate Snow White. I will never like her, and she needs to die because I don't want her on the show anymore.
Wow.
That's impossible.
Just
That's
kidding.
hate.
No, I don't hate her that much. I think she's just kind of a bland character. I'm not too impressed
She
with her.
is. There's nothing to
Yeah.
her.
It's very
There's no-
one-dimensional.
No depth.
Well, there was some depth emerging last season when,
Yes.
her heart was darkening and all that stuff, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
finally some complications, but that went right out the window.
If she
Yeah, I don't know
actually
what
kept
happened
the
to
secret
that.
this time, I probably would have had a little more respect for her. But this time it was like predictable Snow. I was like, she's gonna say it. She's gonna say it right now. And then as soon as I thought that, all of a sudden, bleh, she just spit it out.
It's like the Exorcist vomiting.
Yeah, she just vomited all over. And then while she was
everywhere.
vomiting, Regina storms off, but had nothing to do with that. It was because she saw that they were all planning Neil's rescue. Do you think Regina's better off alone?
She's better off alone, but she's better watched. You have to keep an eye on her, basically. But she can achieve more on her own.
But
Yeah.
now that she's getting in with Rumple, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the cause for trouble right there.
Yeah, that is kind of a recipe for trouble.
I
But
don't know. Maybe Rumpel has changed enough because of Belle that he's just not gonna take those extra leaps to being super evil.
Maybe.
Just maybe a little evil.
I mean,
Just
I
a
could
little bit.
see from her point of view because, she sees that they're just delaying rescuing Henry more and more. I mean, I can see both sides of the point, but, in her mind, it's like, all right, I just want to rescue my son now and kill this fairy prancing little teenager.
Very
Yes.
prancing little teenager. You're saying Peter Pan prances?
We've not seen him
We haven't seen him
not
prance yet.
prance.
So does that mean that Santa Claus is actually part of Storybrooke? And Dasher, Dancer, Peter Pan, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen? If you notice, I replaced Peter Pan with Prancer. Did you
Yes,
catch
I
that?
noticed.
Okay.
I get it.
Umi's face. No.
I know.
Oh,
What would you do if they threw a Christmas episode at us?
Well, it wouldn't have Santa Claus in it
How do you know?
because it wouldn't.
Why?
They'd have Rudolph.
He's a fairy tale character.
No, he's not a fairy tale character.
Santa Claus is a fairy tale.
He's a mythological.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a difference between Santa and fairy tales. He just is there.
And what about the Pied Piper?
That's a fairy tale. There's
Pied
actually
Piper,
like a
Pied Piper was real. This was a true story, the Pied Piper.
and he lured little boys out to the forest. Woohoo!
It's called a
did.
pedophile.
He did, actually, and the story changed to rats in the retelling of it. He was he was a serial killer or whatever, and he kidnapped little children, and it morphed into this other story.
So horrible.
Yeah.
Pied Piper pedophile. That's an alliteration right there.
So the Pied Piper is a
Tongue
real
twister.
story, and then you have Santa Claus, which is loosely based on a real story as well. So I could totally see Santa Claus being involved in this. If
That'd be
you
very
tell me that
strange.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer would appear in Storybrooke before Santa Claus, you're out of your mind.
He would. He totally would.
No.
Rudolph is a special reindeer. He has a glowing nose.
Maybe they pulled a Peter Pan retelling as Santa Claus is evil, sort of like Robo Santa from Futurama, and
Oh
and
my-
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Where's the
Reindeer is
shut
the
up?
harbinger of of his coming. Like, here goes Rudolph. Santa's close behind with a rocket launcher. No. What? I like the idea of a murderous Santa. I don't know why. It always
Now I
struck me as
have
funny.
Now I have Weird Al's "The Night Santa Went Crazy" stuck in my head. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
He took a big bite and said it tastes just like chicken.
Wow.
So
Then got to the
Turn
Tracks here.
Rudolph into reindeer sausage. Now that's stuck in my head. Back
Got-
on topic, please.
got Dasher and Dancer
Oh
with an
my-
old German Luger. He slashed up
I
Dasher.
looked up the weird
Just
thing.
like Freddy Krueger. Wasn't there something about Peter Pan? Prancer in that one? I don't remember. Anyway,
I remember.
so Peter Pan is officially one of Santa's reindeer. What would you guys do? What would you guys do if in the Santa episode he's mushing the thing and it's Peter Pan just like sitting in there with the rest of the reindeer as Prancer? That would be pretty cool. Anyway,
I'd shove. Oh wow.
anyway,
pretty
that's
far out
neither
there.
here nor there. I don't know how this happened, but we are getting back on track.
Choo-choo.
So,
They sell those at the dollar store.
good.
Get a whole wall of them.
So, we get to see Pan Shadow again, which was not yet voiced by Marilyn Manson, but it will be soon. And it was revealed to be Rumpel's thought to be self-illusion of Belle. Did that kind of surprise you, or did you think it was a Pan trick all along?
I knew it was a pan trick.
Yeah, it was definitely a
Very
pan trick.
funny.
Didn't know it was a shadow though.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That was the shock. I thought it was some other form of illusion that Pan was summoning, but makes sense now.
Certainly does.
Like, it was the that's where the shadow went.
The shadow.
Cool.
So is the shadow Rudolph or is that never mind. So Peter Pan leaves Neil in a cage inside the Echo Caverns, and it's revealed only to let they can only let him out if they reveal their deepest, darkest secret. Do you think this was a good plan by Pan? Good Pan by plan?
What?
Bleh.
Maybe if the secrets, I mean, Charming's secret was great. Snow's secret? Seriously? She wants some more kids? That's not deep and dark. What?
Well, I think mostly her deep dark was that she was pissed. Basically, she's mad that she missed Emma's.
She felt cheated.
Growing up, she felt cheated.
How's that a dark secret, though?
That's
not
not
really
dark.
Because she's all good again. She's not supposed to be mad or pissed off. That, you know, but yeah, it wasn't that great of a reveal.
Oh, God.
No. I could have swore she said something along those lines a few episodes ago, being upset that she missed Emma's upbringing.
Yeah.
But
So it wasn't really a secret.
Or was it
No,
more
she
that
just
wanted
said
a
she was
kid?
pissed.
Yeah, it was more
A
that
little
she
more
wanted a kid
anger in
out of
it, but yeah, no, it wasn't a big
What
big
about
reveal.
Hook's secret?
That didn't seem dark either. It seemed like he was just like depressed that, oh, I never thought I'd, fall out of love with this old floozy that I was with and find someone new. It's kind of
I
pathetic.
wasn't really
It's not,
shocked, but the fact that he admitted
Did
it.
you just call Hook pathetic?
I called the secret pathetic.
But it's
Because-
Hook's secret, so it's part of him.
I'm calling the secret pathetic. I'm not calling him pathetic. I'm just
Pathetic
saying,
secret.
like, come on.
Secret is pathetic.
You're Hook. There's got to be deeper, darker secrets than being depressed about your ex-lover.
Well, maybe there isn't. Maybe it's all a facade. Maybe he isn't as bad as he seems.
What about Neil's secret?
We know that. That he's gonna fight for Emma to the very end. That's he
Not a
revealed that
secret.
it's not a secret, and he revealed it outside the Echo Cave, so
Right,
it really didn't have any.
right. But I just had to throw that in there because what I think was the best of them all was Emma's.
Yes.
You should have been dead, so I could have forgot about you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, buddy.
that's
Sorry about what
pretty
you did.
awesome secret. She wished he was
That's
dead.
a pretty dark secret right there, and I think hers is the darkest of all of them.
Did you guys notice it went from like Snow White telling her secret, it was like maybe a quarter of the platform, to like, or no, it was Hook's was like a quarter of the platform, then Snow White was like half the fucking platform. There's like a
Yeah.
quarter left, and then it's like
The most insignificant secret,
Yeah.
has the most effect. It's like,
it was
the hell?
it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Charming should have been like the big brunt of it. Like, you know, he had good intentions behind it, but technically it wasn't a secret. Hook knew about it, so I don't know how that counted, but yeah.
It was
I'd like
a
to
secret
know-
to Snow and Emma.
Yeah,
and
I'd like to
Here's
know
hiding
how
it from his
these
wife.
secrets would help Pan at all. If he thought these secrets would tear them apart, or if
Oh,
he
they're
thought he
definitely-
could use them against
They're
them.
definitely gonna tear them apart because
If they're
Charming
deep and
can't
dark
leave.
enough.
Charming
that
can't
part,
leave,
yeah,
so
that's gonna tear 'em
so his secret to Snow is gonna tear them apart. The fact that Snow wants a kid and she can't have it with him, that's gonna tear them apart.
Not unless they do the wild thing on
The Hook
on
and
the island and she goes home pregnant.
he's
Well,
not gonna
time
do
has
that.
to pass in order to get pregnant, right?
Yeah,
Depends on how
time
many.
doesn't pass on the
She
island, so time doesn't pass on the island. And then you have Emma and Neil now.
Just fill her
Nothing's
up.
gonna be the same between them two again, and Hook and all that. So I'm just gonna keep
Love
talking while you guys are
triangle.
laughing. So
I'm not
I'm
laughing.
just totally not even gonna acknowledge it.
Hey, my point was proven. I was going to say, hey, Pan's plan is awesome. Depends on how dark the secret is. I mean, what if it came out that Charming's a sheep fucker or something? That's going to completely kill that relationship.
So Mike, what is your deepest, darkest secret? How are you getting out of the Echo Caverns?
I got to think about this one. I don't really have any dark secrets. Like, shit, I don't know.
Rachel? I did that because you were drinking.
I figured so much. I really don't have any dark secrets. I'm pretty open.
Umi?
This isn't my real hair color.
Oh.
That's not even.
Oh
a
yeah,
dark secret.
this isn't my real hair.
This is my real cut. I mean, the worst thing I could think of off the top of my head is dumping salt into someone's coffee instead of sugar. I mean,
That's funny.
like, that's funny, yeah, but I can't think of any really dark secrets.
So what you're telling me is if I was trapped in the Echo Caverns, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, I guess the darkest thing is I thought about bashing my ex-girlfriend's head in with a sledgehammer, but who hasn't?
Well, now that is
Sledgehammer.
live on the internet for captured on the internet
I'm
for
sure
your
it wasn't a
ex-girlfriend to
wrecking ball.
stumble across and find out.
Shh. Well, okay, first I said my ex-girlfriend. I didn't say which one. I had dated 4 girls before I met Omi, so... Well, 4 that I would consider ex-girlfriends. Yeah, so they're not going to know which one I'm talking about. And plus, the one I'm talking about, I think actually knew I wanted to bash her brains with a sledgehammer anyway, so...
Well, you're
I
just
think
giving
the
away
worst
more
thing I've
hints.
done is cheated on someone. So, but I told them, so it's not a secret.
It's not a secret. Yeah.
Not a secret.
What's your
Okay.
deepest, darkest secret, Dom?
There's too many to name.
He really likes dogs instead of cats. The cats are just they're just holograms.
How do
It's all a facade.
I have 4 cats, right? I'm not supposed to have favorites. Jasper's my favorite.
Of course. Not
So,
secret.
There you go. Jasper's my
Just-
favorite.
Because he gives no fucks.
He gives 0 fucks.
Settle.
Okay, anyway. Now that we've managed to kind of go off topic in an on topic question. Yeah, that was me. I did that. That one was on me. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet. Okay, now I'm quoting Jingle All the Way. But,
Put the cookie down!
If this is what it's like when
Wow.
we're not drunk, can you imagine what BlizzCon's going to be like when we are?
A lot of fun.
All I know is
Definitely.
Thursday night I'm going to bed trashed, probably.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
we all are.
Okay, so Rumpel realizes that he has an item back in his shop that could subdue Peter Pan. They finally got the idea not to kill him and that they could find a fate much worse for him. Why didn't he bring a plan B with him in the first place?
He had no plan B.
He had no plan at the beginning.
No.
I mean,
he was going to sacrifice himself because he thought
Yeah.
that was the noble thing to do. But then when he realized Neil's alive and I don't have to do that no more.
But Rumpel's
That's
always focused on self-preservation. Wouldn't
Yeah, that's
he
true.
come with multiple plans?
I
He has
raised
to
my
focus on
hand.
stuff.
Raise my hand with a good question here.
Okay.
Okay.
Rumble went in there willing to sacrifice himself to take out Pan. Now, what is it about Pan or his magic that would require, in order to kill Pan, Rumble would have to die? What is it about his magic
I
that
don't know. Their connection is,
we already know that they
Weird.
knew each other as kids?
and he knows he didn't forgive his father, so obviously he was close enough to know this family.
I'm going with
Couple of-
my original theory that we discussed last time, and they're brothers.
You know, that
That could be.
pretty, yeah, because it was revealed a few episodes ago that they knew each other as kids.
They
But he said your
specifically
father,
said that they knew each other growing up. That was
Yeah,
how it was
growing
up.
worded. They didn't say they were friends. They didn't say they were siblings. They just left it very ambiguous. And when they usually leave big gaping plots like that, that's usually when they fill them in with something that's supposed to shock you. So I picked up on that. I listened to their wording very closely when I watched this show, and it's something I'm expecting. I think we might all be a little disappointed if that's not the case. After we were
Yeah.
talking about after I mentioned it last time, everybody's going to be disappointed if that's not the case. But maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows?
I think I don't know what he has planned for Pan. Maybe the fate worse than his death is actually taking Pan out of Neverland and making him grow up.
Right.
wow. That'd be a nasty fate for Pan.
It would.
Mm-hmm.
Strip
Fate
him
worse
of his
than death.
power.
But see, if they plan on using Pan again in future parts of this season, they're gonna have to do that because he's a kid, and you see how quickly Henry's growing up.
Yeah.
So that actually makes a lot of sense. If they can remove Pan from Neverland and have him grow up with the show, that's how they can keep that character on for the remainder of the show or whenever else they feel like bringing him on. So
Yep.
That would be a very, very good loophole to keep Pan around.
It's the only thing I could think that maybe Panda's more scared of than anything is growing up. He's
why
not
he
scared of
hasn't left yet.
dying. He's not scared of anything else, but that might scare him just a little.
All right, so what about Ursula? We had Regina posing as Ursula to trick Ariel, or Ariel, tomato, Pan, Prancer. So then we find out Ursula is real, and she's pretty pissed off that that Regina is pretending to be Ursula. So how powerful do you think Ursula is? Because we what is it? Regina had mentioned to Rumpel that they are two of the most prominent sorceress, magic wielders in the Enchanted Forest. So
she put it as to ever exist.
Yeah, to ever exist. We already know Maleficent is much worse. Do they know that?
I don't think they see Maleficent as a threat.
No,
Alright,
because
more.
she doesn't use her powers all the time.
She's
Bites.
kind of loopy too. She's
Yeah.
and she's kind of bound to some certain reality where she can't act out the way she would usually, and she doesn't really see things as they are.
But according to Disney story anyway, Maleficent has always been the biggest, baddest, most evil of the Disney villains.
She's my
Yeah.
favorite villain.
Yeah.
She is.
Absolute favorite.
And the Wicked Queen was a second. I think Jafar was actually ahead of the Wicked Queen, if I remember. I think Jafar they said was one of the most nastiest Disney villains of all time. I think the Wicked Queen was third. Now that I think of it, so
What did she
Well,
do?
Maybe
She-
Ursula is more powerful in her land.
yes, it's very
Yeah.
true.
I mean, she's the
Because
goddess
they
of the sea or whatever. So
Well, they said that, when Ariel told Snow White to go to her land, the queen can't get you there. Well, why can't she go there?
Mhm.
Because it's in a. Because we've already discovered later in this episode that mermaids can traverse realms, so Regina may not have access to this other realm.
That's true.
So that's how I got from that, because we do learn Ariel is going back to Storybrooke. We'll get to that later, but she's able to leave Neverland anytime she wants. So who knows,
Must be nice.
right? So we also meet Prince Eric, in Storybrooke.
Sparkle.
Or we meet him not in Storybrooke, but what is it? The Enchanted Forest realm? Or is it
It's
another
in
realm?
Enchanted Forest still because
Yeah.
Enchanted
it
Forest,
was
yeah.
when
Is it?
Snow was running from the
Yes.
queen.
Yeah.
But didn't see that? This is where I'm confused now. Because Ariel grabbed her and brought her to Prince Eric. So did she traverse her to another realm?
No.
Well, if Regina can't go through between realms, then how did she show up there?
Point taken. So
It was the Enchanted Forest.
okay.
Yeah.
So we meet Prince Eric there, but we find out at the end of the episode Regina has said that Eric is in Storybrooke. So who is Eric in Storybrooke?
I don't remember him.
As far as I know, we didn't meet this character.
No.
I don't think we did.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of people who live in Storybrooke who are, they're all from the Enchanted Forest one way or the other. It's just we haven't been introduced to them. It's like, this is random citizen from town A, and this is citizen 7 from town B. So who knows who Prince Eric is? He could be the local butcher or something like that.
Well, right now he's Prince Eric because
Well, right now, yeah, he could have been the local butcher.
Right.
He's a
could've been,
fishmonger. That's why he is. He's a fishmonger.
Maybe he's one of the fishermen from the docks that
Maybe.
we don't
Quick
know.
side note from Prince Eric mentioning, well, this kind of solidifies, and we're going to our Wonderland podcast here, where Agrabah is.
Yes, they
It's
did
in the
mention.
same realm as the Enchanted Forest, because he's crossing a great desert, and on the other side of that desert is Agrabah.
Yep.
Aha! Secret revealed. Thank you, tiny passing random sentence from Prince Eric.
I thought I heard that. I was like,
You answered something that's been tormenting my brain for a while.
So that's how Jafar showed up in the Enchanted Forest. And
same realm. He just hopped on the carpet and.
Do you think Ariel's gonna actually do what she's asked of Regina, or do you think she's gonna get sidetracked with Prince Eric?
Both.
Both. I think she's gonna figure out that it's actually Snow in trouble, and she's gonna want to help Snow. And that, Regina has a common interest, which is Henry. That just happens to be a bump in the road. And then she's being sent back to Storybrooke. She's going to see Eric. She's going to get a little sidetracked. She's not going to be back on Rumple and Regina's time frame. But she's going to come back.
Someone's going to tell her in Storybrooke what's going on. So probably Belle. If I had to guess, Belle.
Belle. I mean, Belle's the one that has access to Rumple's store, so it makes sense. Jasper.
Kitty. Kitty. I miss my Luna. I saw her today, and she wouldn't let me put her down.
Oh.
Like, every time I tried to put her down, she went, "Meow, meow," and clawed into my arms.
Yeah.
And she's a cat who doesn't like being held.
So, what was Charming's twin's name?
David.
David.
No,
he was David. In Storybrooke.
Like John or something. James.
James.
Is it James?
James.
It was James.
When this episode first started, and you saw Snow, hiding, and then Ariel was talking about Prince Eric, for some reason, I thought that Charming's twin's brother was named Eric, and I was like, oh god, don't even tell me that Ariel fell in love with the twin, and now she's going to start flirting with Charming. Like, if they thought of that ahead of time, that would have been an awesome story.
That would have been pretty awesome, yeah.
So
that would have been crazy.
Yeah. So I blanked out, couldn't think of his name. I still didn't even know his name going into the show. But I was convinced at first, and then when they showed him the first reveal of Prince Eric, I was like, no, that's not him. Oh, I was kind of disappointed. Why do I think of better stories than they do? Why?
I don't know.
If Rumple and Prancer are not brothers, I'm going to be very upset.
Pan could be his uncle.
Some kind of relative.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he was Pan's father. If Pan was Rumple's father.
That would just wow.
But we know it's not. We know it's not. But
No.
But that would have been cool.
Huh. Intriguing.
And Jasper
Well,
won't sit
what
still.
makes me think that maybe that they're not brothers is he said your fathers to say our father, but then again he could be considered not. He after that being that
doesn't mean
being
they have
on
the same
the island
father.
that long, he considered.
I think we have brothers.
Yeah.
That true.
Same mom.
Same mom.
A lot of hanky baking going on around there in the
Mm-hmm.
Ciaran Forest. But I would like to know who Rumple's father is.
Regina.
That's kind of like the Cartman's mom or Cartman's father's episode.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Cartman's father?
Did we ever run into Gaston in any of the series? Like,
No.
at all?
believe Gaston did make an appearance somewhere.
Really?
At least in name.
I'm actually going to look this up right now as we do, so keep talking for a second, but I'm almost positive.
He either made an appearance or his name was mentioned, and I think something very not nice happened to him. I think the Dark One kind of killed him.
That's
or
okay.
did something pretty horrible. So yeah, he was a tool anyway.
What really
he was
kind of broke me up
he was in the
was
first season, 12th episode.
He was.
Sage Brocklebank was the actor. Is unknown if he currently has a Storybrooke counterpart. It says, before the curse, Gaston Belle's betrothed is present in the castle with Sir Maurice, seeks the aid of Rumpelstiltskin. When Belle agrees to go with him to save their village, Gaston objects, worried for his safety. Later, Gaston appears at the Dark Castle to confront Rumpelstiltskin. However, Rumpelstiltskin simply turns him into a rose and gives it to Belle. Belle ends up cutting the stem of the rose, possibly unknowingly killing Gaston.
Ooh. So he might come back.
Yes, we don't
Here's
know.
an entire tool shed. Never mind.
Indeed. So, who knows? Do you guys think that Belle in the storybook feels the same way that Rumpel thinks she does?
Would suck for him if she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly don't know because she went through that change before they all came on the ship, and she was just getting her memories back from being Belle. So it's possible that she didn't have a chance to warm back up to him.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will.
Mm-hmm.
Umi, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Savannah, Sevann. Did I spell that right? Sevanna at 17.
17.
Prancer's favorite #1 fan. Where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Thilladren, Thilladren.
Oh, I forgot my third.
Oh, well.
It's there. You just can't see it.
You can't see it. It's invisible.
And
It's
you
magical.
can follow us all on YouTube and Facebook.com/ASOTV podcasts for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week. See you guys later.
Farewell.
Bye-bye.
Like, subscribe, comment, do it all.
Auburn
Go.
is a bullshit color.